LeBron James might be a Dallas Mavericks next year, because for the past 2 days, reports have been coming out that Kyrie Irving has been recruiting LeBron James to come play with him. This is very interesting because of particularly what happened to the Lakers in the playoffs. Now, I know this is a Mavericks type of video, but in order to understand why LeBron might actually go and play with Kyrie Irving, you have to understand what happened in the playoffs. So as we all know, LeBron got swept by the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference. One of only 3 times LeBron James has ever been swept in the NBA playoffs. And during that series against the Denver Nuggets, I kept thinking and I kept tweeting to myself that if the Lakers were to lose this series or were to get swept in this series, Kyrie Irving would be a Laker. Now, the Lakers got swept, and here we are. We should be focusing on the NBA Finals, but this is a very important story, right? And there's many factors that go into if LeBron James is going to actually go to the Dallas Mavericks, if he's not going to go to the Dallas Mavericks, and what the trade prospects could be. So let's take a look at this and argue both sides. Reasons why LeBron should go to the Dallas Mavericks, reason why he will go to the Dallas Mavericks, and reasons why it just doesn't make sense. And I'll give my thoughts, and I'll give what I think is likely to happen. So let's start first with why LeBron James would go to the Dallas Mavericks. Well, LeBron James would go to the Dallas Mavericks because of Kyrie Irving. Him and Kyrie Irving have a very long history together. I mean, they're going to forever be intertwined together. They won a championship ring, and that championship ring was very memorable because it was the only team to ever come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals. And moreover, they beat a very, very good Golden State Warriors team, the 73-9 team. They got in the way of them being the best team ever in NBA history, right? So these two guys are very intertwined, but then also they just work together, right? LeBron and Kyrie's game work together. It plays off of one another, right? LeBron needs shooter to be successful. Kyrie Irving is a great shooter. LeBron also sometimes needs someone who can create their own shot, so as to give him, kind of time off on the court, where sometimes if he's gassed, he can come onto the offensive end and just kind of wait and just watch Kyrie Irving do his thing. And Kyrie Irving is shifty. He's able to make shots for himself from the perimeter, from the mid-range. He's the best finisher in the league. So Kyrie Irving, playing with him is just amazing. Kyrie Irving off the court is something else, but Kyrie Irving on the court just works with LeBron James. So obviously, after the embarrassment that LeBron James and the Lakers felt in the Western Conference Finals, it would make sense for LeBron to go back to something that he's familiar with, that he can win with, right? The only other player that he's won with was Dwayne Wade. But Dwayne Wade is out of the league, and Chris Bosh. So Kyrie Irving is someone that he is known to be able to work with, right? That's one of the reasons why going to Dallas Mavericks would work. And in order for that to happen, I think that obviously the Dallas Mavericks would trade Luka Doncic. I don't think the Lakers give up LeBron James without getting back someone like Luka Doncic, right? So he would go to the Dallas Mavericks and go play with Kyrie Irving, and it would work out for them. But here's the other side of it. Here's why it wouldn't work. Here's why the argument against it. LeBron James, although him and Kyrie Irving work tremendously on the court, LeBron James is kind of settling in to Los Angeles. LeBron James went to Los Angeles for a reason, for good reasons. LeBron James went to Los Angeles in order to start sowing the seeds for his life post-basketball. What do I mean by that? I mean, LeBron James went out there, he really made investments in his production company, right? He's put out a lot of movies. I mean, since he got to LA, Space Jam, the barbershop show that he has with Maverick Carter, and just businesses around Los Angeles, right? And also his family is getting settled in Los Angeles. I think this is where he wants to be for the rest of his life. So Bronny James is playing for USC for the Trojans, right? And he would love to watch Bronny James. He would love to be able to go to his son's game like he was going to Sierra Canyon. And I think he just loves the weather there. Not that Dallas Mavericks weather is bad, but with California, with LA, you get proximity to all your rich, famous friends. You get proximity to the beach. You got it all in Los Angeles. And I think that's why LeBron James signed with the Lakers in the first place. So to me, what I think is more likely is LeBron is likely not going to be a Dallas Maverick. I think it's the other way around. I think it's likely that the Lakers somehow get Kyrie on the roster. That just makes more sense to me. Instead of LeBron uprooting his whole entire family and then going to Dallas, right? And I saw Colin Cowherd make the argument that he wouldn't have to uproot his entire life. He has a Gulfstream. He could just jet over to Los Angeles when he wants to watch his son's game. But that's not really appealing against the alternative. The alternative is you stay at home, you're closer to your family, you can go and watch brony whenever you want, you're closer to your businesses, you're closer to your business partners. What if LeBron has business to attend to, right? And he's got a game. Well, if he lives in Los Angeles, he can go to the game afterwards, he can go have that meeting. But according to Colin Cowherd, he should play a game, then get on a 2-hour flight to Los Angeles, right? And then afterwards, get on a plane back to Dallas. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. The logistics of it doesn't make sense. And also, you have to think about LeBron's age right now. LeBron's 38, man. Most of his years are behind him, right? LeBron's hanging on by a thread. The only thing that's keeping LeBron going is he wants to play with his son. And I think he wants to retire with the Los Angeles Lakers. Just because of the legacy he would create, he'd become one of the Lakers great, right? I think if he can win another championship with the Los Angeles Lakers, it would be great for his legacy, because the championship that he won in 2020 in the bubble just isn't the same as winning a championship outside of the bubble. Why? Because when you win a championship outside of the bubble, right, what is happening? Well, Los Angeles fans actually get to experience those moments with you in the building, those game 6s, those game 7s like we saw in the playoffs this year. It was incredible. The Lakers being good, really in a contender for the first time in such a long time, and actually being able to display it for their fans at home. The Los Angeles Lakers love you more when they're actually able to be there and feel it with you, right? So I think that's one of the incentives for LeBron to stay with the Lakers, right? Because think about it, if he were to go to the Dallas Mavericks now, right, and go win a championship with them, I think that would diminish his championship with the Lakers even more. His time with the Lakers would almost feel like a stint. It would almost feel made up, fake. I mean, you got a bubble ring out of it, you got a Disney ring out of it. It just doesn't make sense. And so Lakers fans still want LeBron James to bring them a championship home in which they can have parades, they can gather in the arenas, they can go crazy and actually experience in person, like Kobe and Shaq, those experiences that it gave them, right? That's why Laker fans love Kobe and Shaq so much, because when the NBA playoffs is going on and you can go to the games actually with your friends and families, and you can have a beer, you can drink with them and create memories. It's different than sitting at home and watching your team win. Part of sports is the experience. And that's what the bubble took away from that championship that the Lakers got. That's why it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel okay, because you didn't experience it. You watched it, but never experienced it. And that's why Laker fans still want a ring from LeBron. Give us a ring, right? And if you were to leave now and go to the Dallas Mavericks and win them a ring, it would utterly diminish what he's done with the Los Angeles Lakers. I think him breaking the all-time records would be more of a significant feat as a Laker than actually winning a bubble ring. That's what it would look like. So it makes more sense that Kyrie Irving is going to somehow come to Los Angeles, whether that's through a sign and trade or he just signs with the Lakers this offseason. I think that's more likely. I think Kyrie is doing all this talking, but I think it's more likely that he's going to go to the Lakers, right? It just makes more logistical sense. Instead of uprooting an old 38-year-old LeBron and going to Dallas, just that doesn't make sense, right? That's what's going to happen. The word is Kyrie is recruiting LeBron James. But ask yourself this, since when do other players recruit LeBron James? It's the other way around. LeBron recruits players. He makes teams. He doesn't go to teams. He recruits. He got to Los Angeles and brought AD. He joined Miami, but also brought Chris Bosh. He went back to Cleveland and he brought Kevin Love. So I don't think LeBron's going to make decisions on Kyrie's term. And that's why I don't think that LeBron's going to be a Dallas Maverick. But I think Kyrie Irving will be a Laker. I think the odds are Kyrie Irving is going to probably be a Laker more so than LeBron James being a Dallas Maverick. But yeah, guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is more likely? Kyrie, a Laker, or LeBron, a Maverick? Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And until next time, kids.